So again, like no trivia or anything, but if you feel like shooting any questions to me, go right ahead. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do this and you can just enjoy the show. Oh, Jose, I know what charge sticker you gave me in the past. The Scout Kit, yes. I was talking to you before about that Drip Blendy, and remember I said I misunderstood what you were asking me? I have not made one at all, so I don't have anything to send you as of right now. So now you don't have to guess and wonder and keep being like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, if you do have requests though, please send them to the Cake-tastic Cakes community. There's a suggestions section, and that way people can like the suggestions if they think it's a good idea, and that way I can see what's a more popular idea at any time. So yes, go do quests and send more charge stickers. All right, and Drip Blendy already has a question. Okay. Oh, a suggestion. Pepino. Oh yeah. You know what, Toy Freddy? It's funny you say that. I've been getting a lot of requests for that game, Pizza Tower. Right? Is that the game's name? I think it is. Pretty sure it's Pizza. Yeah, Pizza Tower. Okay. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of suggestions for it. So I was looking into the game, and so it reminded me a lot of that. But I mean, if it's that popular, I might get around to it. Oh, thanks, Lorak. Yeah, it. We keep saying, my husband and I keep saying to each other, it's a learning curve. Every time we either get better or we mess it up a little bit, and then we have to make it better again. All right, I'm going to make. I think I'm going to make the torso first. And for Killy Willy, have any of you guys actually been playing Project Playtime? Hello, meme man. You're struggling. I'm sorry to hear that. But aren't we all in our own way? Has anyone actually played Project Playtime? Because I don't really know much about it. I did the Boxy Boo just because he seemed like fun to do. But other than that, I really don't know that much about it. Let's see what's here. Where does the cake go after the post was published? Okay, the cakes depend. The last cake I made was the Terraria cake, where I made the Eye of Cthulhu, and I made it into the two different forms. That cake got turned into a soccer ball and was basically given to a lady whose kid was into soccer. She had ordered a different cake from me as well, which was actually a lot more boring. I'll share pictures of it later on. But yeah, that's where it went. Sometimes I give them away. Sometimes we eat them. Sometimes they go outside to the animals in the woods. So, oh, okay. Goodbye, meme man. Thanks for stopping in. Anyway, so yes, that's what I do with the cakes. I try to find a reason or someone who can use them without me always having to eat cake. Because you get tired of cake, like anything else. If you do it too much, you get tired of it. Alright, so all I'm doing is I'm hollowing out his stomach to make his stomach mouth here. And my hands are all stained red. So I was mixing colors not too long ago. And I'm also wondering too, like how many of you guys, have you been enjoying the new creator stickers that have been coming out? Because I have been trying to go around and just kind of collect one from everybody. There's some neat ones that are out there. Of course, you know, mine are the best, you know, I'm just saying, but the other creators do have some really cool ones out there too. Okay, this is just going to be the lining for the inside of the stomach here. So it's not all black on the inside. Cut this off. So does anybody out there, have you looked at the other creator stickers? Do you like them? Are you enjoying them? You made a Kirby cake? That's cool. You should share a picture of it because I love to see that kind of stuff. When you guys make things and then share it, I will try to share it too because it's cool. I like to see it. Did you get pictures of it? Cyrano the Strongest. Did you get any pictures of your Kirby cake? There we go. Today's your first anniversary. That's cool. It's your Spawniversary. No. Oh, yeah. Reality jump scare. Oh, Reality 24/7. I recognize you. You've been to a lot of my firesides. Anyway, alright. Now I'm going to add a few teeth to his belly, and then I'm going to snip up some fur because I'm going to cheat and just use scissors. And then I'll just do his other limbs too. Yeah, it kind of looks like, I don't know, I'm operating or something right now. Funny, like the other day, I was trying to find some music or something that you can listen to while doing this kind of thing that wouldn't get me, you know, banned from other sites. And trying to find royalty-free, oh, that's not gonna work. It's gotta curve more. Royalty-free music is actually real easy to do if you ask your Alexa, just like that. But you end up with the most bizarre stuff. Like, it was funny, she was playing like sound effects. Yeah, like creepy background doors creaking and dogs bark, like just weird random sound effects that I guess technically were royalty free. So yeah, you're getting silence this time. Trimmed my nails too, and they're already kind of in the way. Thanks for the sticker, Reality. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oops. It's a problem with having such a cavernous gut, is you can drop stuff into it. Oh, cherries. Digital cherries, no less. So lately, I've been doing Pokemon Go, and I caught the Decidueye from last weekend when they were having their whatever it was, Decidueye event going on, and stop placing other stuff, and I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I've been trying to get a shiny now, so I exchanged my Dittos with some people over, 2 people from Japan and 1 Germany, and I've been trying, and I got a couple others from just breeding and getting more regular Decidueye and having them grow up and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been trying to breed a shiny, and it's so long and so boring. So if you have any tips for that, let me know. That would be good too. Cause yeah, I'm getting real tired of running back and forth down that one street, hatching egg after egg. No, please, don't, please. Time to break the cherry streak. Oh no. What are the cherries up to? I didn't even say. Oh, there it is. There's always someone. In reality, you're the one who started the cherries. I guess if you start it, then technically you're allowed to end it. Is that how it goes? Maybe that's how it goes. I don't know. You didn't start the cherries? I thought you did. Oh, alright. Then, never mind. Shame on you for breaking the cherry streak. This is when I would do that Game of Thrones gif with the shame. It's what I do. Yeah, you give your mom a hard time, don't you? just gonna kind of push them in a little, angle them down a little more. You're leaving because of that. Because of what? Because of the cherries or the Game of Thrones reference? Because, oh, that's okay. Shadow Death. I appreciate anything. Anything anyone can give me, even if it's just a like on a post, I appreciate it. Because it means you're taking time out of your day to pay attention to what I'm putting out there. So I appreciate it. Okay. I think that's enough teeth. I think I made his stomach mouth too long though. So kind of close it up a little bit. All right, that'll work. That'll do. Now with my scissors, I'm just going to start snipping. And this is where it gets really boring because it's just all this snip, snip, snipping. A lot of times you'll see people when they make decorations use scissors. You get yourself a nice sharp pair, and then you can kind of do whatever you want with them. Although I'd love to have a better way to do this because it's boring. Roblox Doors Cake. Roblox is on my list actually. I do have to get around to doing one. I've just had a lot going on over here in Cake-tastic Cake Land. So I've been very distracted and busy. Whoops. No harm. I'm making too many nice neat rows, so I gotta chop it up a little more. That's another thing about Killy Willy too, is he's really rough and raggedy. He's not as nicely groomed as Kissy Missy and Huggy Wuggy. He's much more shaggy. You're at school right now? Oh, Lydia's here. Hi, Lydia. Nice to see you popping on in. Although you're probably at school too, aren't you? You and Jose, huh? Oh, that's funny. I guess you guys are further out west than I am. All right, I'm going to stick another tooth up top because it just is too empty. You're doing school too? Oh my goodness. Just don't get in trouble for this. It's not worth that. I mean, it's gonna be amazing, so it might be worth it, but. All right, I'm gonna run this whole thing through, working on my styrofoam here with a lollipop stick. And I gotta make sure to go behind the stomach lining that I put in there, otherwise you're gonna see it, and I don't want you to see it. Okay. I gotta shape him a little better. He's a little more dumpy shaped. Pear shaped, I guess you could say. That's better. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have him kind of climbing up over the side of the cake board, cake plate here that I'm working with. So it'll be a little more of an action pose. And yeah, that'll work. My gum paste is drying out though. It feels tight. It's getting real tight. This is one of those few times where you do the back as well. Maybe not as well, but still do it. Okay. I'm going to give him a couple of legs first, and then I'll move on to the arms, and then the head I'll do last, I think. As everything is drying out. Yeah, it definitely helps. Definitely makes him look ragged. It's not a perfect fur. If I were going for a perfect fur, I would probably honestly do icing on top of this, like some black icing. I've got a tip that's really good for making grass or fur, that kind of thing. This is just kind of like a hack. So he's got crazy long legs and like bell-bottom legs. So I'll use this here. And yes, if you guys didn't see my other post I had out today, and thank you, Carol or Lorac, very much. I got my poo cereal today, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting, and I'm nervous of it. I was like, I should try it, and I did open it up, and it looks like little pieces of granola is really what it looks like, and so it looks good. I mean, the flavors look good. It's like a real cereal that's out there for people who need a little help going, I guess. I was like, all I'd have to do is like eat a bowl of this stuff and then do a fireside. I'd be like, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So yeah, we're gonna try it another day. It does, actually. I was looking at the ingredients in it. It has psyllium fiber in it, which is a plant husk, and it is known for bulking things up. And back before I had kids, I used to work in a microbiology lab, and we would test raw and unfinished products for different companies. And one of the things we would test was, I don't remember the brand because it was in its just the samples that we'd get, but we would get the psyllium fiber, and it was for irregularity. And normally we would test all of our samples as a 1-to-10 ratio, so 1 gram of sample to 10 grams of solution or culture that we'd put it in. But that stuff, oh, like, Lord help you if you did a 1-to-10 ratio on that, because it would swell up and it would like burst the lid and it would come out all over the place. That was another one that we had to really water down to like a 1 to 1,000, I think it was. 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000, I forget. But it was, yeah, that stuff, it definitely swells up. When I saw that, I was like, oh lordy, I'm gonna wait on this one. So yes, my lovely microbiology days. And now I do cakes. Which honestly is a lot more fun. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is going to be his leg. I'm just snipping it up to give him some roughage, haha, to give him some rough fur. And that means my kids are home. Okay. Just about there. I'm going to snip sideways down at the bottom, just to kind of give him that, when I put his nice smooth round foot under, I want it to kind of go around the furriness up top. So I'm going to hollow it out a little bit as well. And yeah, that'll do right there. A lot of this stuff I think is kind of fun to do though, because you just get to put it whatever pose you want, however you want to do it. And you can make some cool stuff out of it. Okay. Oh, he's got kind of, alright, so his feet don't sit necessarily inside. And they've got kind of a wedge where his other toe is. So I have a picture that I showed at the beginning that I'm working off of here. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Too much water. If you put too much water on, it won't stick. It'll just slide right off. It'll just be too slippery and loose. And that's no good for anybody. I think I like the Poppy Playtime characters a lot because of their sinewyiness. They've got that rubber limb kind of thing going on where they're just so creepy and elastic, like an octopus is what it reminds me of. How they just stretch and curve and get into any little nook to go live in your... Well, hi, Cyber Snake. I'm glad it loaded. The thingy did its thing. Oh, are you guys having problems? Are you getting kicked out of the fireside or something? I hope not, anyway. I haven't heard. Game Jolt runs on lemons. Game Jolt is a new company, so you gotta have a little patience as things are figured out. Just like what I'm doing, you know, it's a learning curve, and it's getting better and better. I think it's already very cool what Game Jolt does. So you don't see the kind of stuff going on in other social sites like this, where events are held and special shows are put on. It's pretty cool, it really is. Oh, Fredinator is here. Hello, Fredinator. How are you? Thanks for stopping in on me. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to redo this. I might need to, because I don't know if I can have it bent upwards without it getting saggy. In which case I'll have to put it in on a lollipop stick to give it some structure and support. But I'm going to try first, because I'd rather not if I don't have to. Snip, snip, snip. Snips and snips here. Okay. See if I got it close to the same length. Oh, very close. Go me. It's like I've done this before. What? Did you get a shiny or something? My son's been shiny hunting with me. And I'll be very upset if he gets one before me.
You just said that you cut them the same size, then go do them.
Ah, okay. You were celebrating my success. Well, thank you. Oh yeah, I do have to snip some of the back because you were going to see it. I was hoping to get away with not, thinking I would fold it over itself and you wouldn't even see it, but not the case. All right. Getting slippery. That happens when I work with this stuff because I use Crisco or vegetable shortening in order to get everything to stay pliable and workable, but at the same time it makes it all slippery. I start dropping decorations and things and dropping tools. Yeah, I like that. So now I just need to shim. There we go. There, that'll hold it. Alright. When you do the poop, the cake doesn't chase. Oh, it won't chase you. This isn't cake. This is actually just a edible decoration. I used to make a ton of these and sell them on eBay like all the time until I got really, really sick of it and I wanted to do something different. But this is gum paste, and I always tell people gum paste tastes a lot like stale marshmallows. If you like leave a bag of marshmallows in your closet and then come back next season and you find them, they're real hard and dried up, but they're not moldy, and you can bite into them and they still taste sweet. You know, they're still fine to eat. They're just hard.
It tastes delicious.
You think it tastes delicious. I do get. It is much more popular with kids, I gotta say, than adults. Oh yeah, you could eat this whole thing. Yeah, this is totally edible. This is what I do. I make edible decorations, as well as cakes. So I always say when people would buy them, and because of the way, the nature of it, it's got a butt ton of preservatives and everything in it. So because of it, if you keep it dry and out of direct sunlight, because the sunlight will bleach the color out of it, if you keep it on a shelf or like a china closet or something, I know people who have kept the decorations I've made for literally years just to have as a little figure sitting on their shelf. And they stay fine. I mean, they don't fall apart, they don't crack. It's just the nature of gum paste, which is why I like working with it to make these little figures. And other people will work with fondant and it's not meant for it and it doesn't come out the same. And you can always tell a fondant decoration on a cake, and this way you guys will know too. So if you ever go to the grocery store or wherever and you see decorations on the cake and they look really shiny, like you see how this is kind of flat and matted looking. I don't have any fondant on me to show you, but the way it looks flat and dry, it means it's fondant or gum paste. When it's shiny, sometimes it'll be like a little saggy, you know, like it kind of settled a bit. That's usually also fondant because it's not meant to hold its shape. It's meant to be stretched over a cake. So now you guys can be snobby and be like, oh, is that a fondant decoration? Haven't you heard of gum paste? Although to be fair, some people would say the same about me because I don't really work with modeling chocolate. I like gum paste. You always end up liking what you're used to working with. I know there's a lot of artists out there in Game Jolt land, and you'll, I'm sure, have a certain program that you like to work with because you're just so familiar with it that you can work it and tweak it however you want and make the best thing, even though there might be a technically better program out there. That's not sticking. And I just use a little bit of water to make everything stick to each other. And then once it dries, it just locks right on. I like his claws. His little toe fangs. Paint 3D moment. And I don't know how the weather is where you are, but we actually had snow the other day. Not last night, but the night before we got snow. It's crazy up here. We're just high enough that sometimes our rain becomes snow, and just low enough that all those big storms have been passing us by and going north. So I don't know if you can see his little foot now. He's got his little toes. Alright, I will be right back in a second because I need my drink. Okay. All right. Back to my toenails. I'm gonna do his other foot since I'm here and I've got the white out. You're late. It's okay. There's no time frame on here. What's your sleep paralysis demon? I don't know. I've never met it. My problem is I don't sleep well. I'm a real light sleeper, so everything wakes me up. I know, 388 members. I should have about 2,000 by now. So get on the phones, get texting and dropping those DMs, people. Be like, you're missing out on Killy freaking Willy. Like, come on, who does that? Oh, paintbrush is slippery now. Yeah, righty. Yeah, he's got like little mitten feet. That's what it is. Like little mitten feet. Get on my level. I do say get on my level sometimes. It does happen. That's the thing too. It's I'm sure Zoe feels the same way. Sometimes you get a little snobby and you look at other things and you're like, please, I would never serve that. That would never have left my kitchen, is what I said about some things. Hello there, Frog Gold. It's 2 to 3 8. Oh wow, Sonic, you're up really late. Well, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. But yeah, although wait a second, it's a Friday night for you, isn't it? So that means you can stay up even later. Unless, of course, you have to go to bed, and then you have to go to bed. Yeah, part of the problem not sleeping well is you're always tired. And it's always like, oh, I just want to go to bed. And then you go to bed, and then you don't sleep. There we go. You had like spread toes before. Now they look better. And you, I want you over more. Don't make me spaghetti you. Alright. Next on, coming up. Just don't compare the toes to the toenails. Go to game him and give non-RTX back. No, reality. Good editing, good editing. Purple guy is asking if I play games. I do play some. I don't play many. I don't have a lot of time. And sometimes when I do have time, I don't feel like it. Because right now, I'm working my way through Better Call Saul on Netflix, which is an old show at this point. And I did all the Breaking Bads. So when that came on, I was like, oh, that's so great. And we watched the first couple seasons, I think. And then I don't know what happened, lost interest or whatever, something else came on. Now we're getting back into it. But yeah, I do play some games. I play a lot of idle games at this point. But I do want to get a couple more games. So I got a Switch for Christmas that I was very happy about. These are going to be way too long, which is fine. Because they're arms and they should be shorter anyway. Okay. Ooh, I like his hands. They're like bear claws. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but sometimes when I look at your chat the chat that's going on, I see just a big gray screen. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I should play Pizza Tower. I know, everybody's talking about Pizza Tower, and it's getting good reviews, I gotta say. It's definitely on my radar. But I'm working my way through Pokemon Go Scarlet, or not Pokemon Go, Pokemon Scarlet. I have Pokemon Go. And I don't really do anything except collect stuff and occasionally throw my Snorlax in a gym. I did that thing where you get the 6 pieces from the Team Rocket to make the device that tracks down the blah blah blah, you know. And I did it once and I'm like, I just haven't played enough of that to really be that into it. But Pokemon Scarlet, I'm trying to get a shiny Decidueye. So I've been breeding and breeding and breeding my Decidueye with my Dittos. And I'm eating my jam sandwich, and I'm setting my timers, and I'm resetting my game. And that's only because my son tells me to do it, because he's really into it, so he knows all the little hacks to do. But I really would like to try Stray. I want to try Stray. We talked about that at the last time. Yeah, Killy Willy, yes, that's what I'm making. I want to try Stray, and I'd like to try the hat one. I forget what it's called. Hats in Time, I think it is. I mean, there are other ones I'd like to try too, but honestly, I'm not going to go spend the money on them right now because they're too new and too popular. I don't mind waiting. Delayed gratification. You have to write an essay? The cat is Garfield. Yeah, someone was telling me about that they did a mod where the cat was Garfield. And that just sounds very funny to me. So stupid Sonic, it has to write an essay for school? You got all weekend to do that, my man. Or person, I don't know what you are. So, yeah. 2 weeks? Oh, you definitely have time. What's your topic? I'm not making a Killy Willy cake. I'm just making a Killy Willy decoration. That's why, I don't know. I guess calling this a pop-up fireside is a bit misleading. Because it's not, there's no cake. It's just a little casual thing. So, no trivia, nothing like that. Just doing this for fun, and I thought you guys might like to see it come together. Sometimes it's neat to see the process. It's gonna need a bigger hand than that. I might have to make more black. There we go, I can see him. Yeah, this is a cake topper. And it is edible. Oh, Elfie's here. Okay. Okay, Elfie, you're killing me because you keep changing your name and your PFP, and then I lose track of you. I think you're just playing mind games with me at this point, but I'm glad you are here. You can't get any members? Game Dunes making a responding to the hate. Everybody likes money. That's why at the beginning too, it's like, hey, I got little tip things going on too if you want to show some extra love. And if not, that's fine also. Alright, I made another little mitten for her hand. And speaking of bear paws, I saw that Cocaine Bear has done really, really well. He did better than they expected. Oops, I knocked his arm off. Oh well. Put that back on. This is the tricky part, is setting up the pose, and then you don't touch it until it sets itself. I've got a little piece of dried spaghetti I'm going to use to anchor this in here so it doesn't move. Haha, okay. And I've got a little crumb of red right there. It'll make me crazy if I don't get it out. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, please follow me if you're not, so that you can always see the stuff I'm making, because I make a lot of stuff like this, because I really enjoy it. You get tired of making Blue's Clues and rainbow unicorn cakes after a while, I will tell you that. How do you get to be a Game Jolt creator, someone's asked. Little Purple Cube, Marsha Cat, is asking. If you go to Game Jolt's main page, they have in the, I think it's in the news, I think, and it has a whole definition of what you need to do to apply the application process. You need so many followers, and I don't honestly know exactly, but it's all written out for you there. What am I going to make next? I was actually thinking of making an Among Us cake topper next, just because I think it would be funny. I know that Among Us is, I don't know why, it was a lot of fun during COVID, and now it's like people rag on it all the time, but it's still a good game, and it is still popular. It's not as popular as it was for sure, but it is still popular. Had to brace that arm. COVID is now weak. Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, it seems to be around where I am anyway, in Pennsylvania. When people are getting it, the schools and the doctors and everybody, they're treating it like a flu. They're like, all right, just stay home for a few days and you'll be fine, and no more quarantine, no more close contact tracing or anything like that. You don't even need a doctor's note anymore. It's just like, yeah, okay, you got it. Sucks to be you. All right, feel better. So, I sound sick. Actually, allergies are getting me. It's the time of year when the snow all melts and everything is moldy and wet, all the leaves and everything, because we're in the forest here. And so the allergies are getting me. Oh, I'll be fine. It's not even that bad. It's just sniffy. And after a while, my throat gets a little hoarse, because I don't normally talk this much. Yeah. And you're over on the other side too. So that's all. I'm not actually sick. It's just allergies. Par for the course. And I do have allergy medicine I could take if I wanted to, but it's not that bad. It's just a sniffy nose. Although sometimes my eyes get itchy, and that's when I'm ready to like claw them out. What's up, Undertale? I got 525. Woohoo! You're currently watching season 1 of SpongeBob is peak. Yes, I totally agree with that. Season 1 is peak. It's funny, we've been going through the SpongeBob too. And we just got through the episode where he split his pants and then he sang a song about it on the beach. Now oh, it's going up and down. What am I doing?
650.
Oh, yeah.
So
Must be a delay. Yeah, I see different numbers than you. What am I doing? I'm making a cake decoration of Killy Willy. So I have my gum paste. There's no cake, no trivia, nothing like that. Just making a decoration for the heck of it, because I think he's a cool looking character. I like the game's characters a lot. So just chilling just hanging. Oh yes, there's my great sticker. I like that sticker. And it's funny too because like my blue is starting to grow out. I'm like, I'm kind of tired of the blue. I've had the blue for like 2 years now. I should change it. Then all those stickers will become defunct because I won't have that kind of hair anymore.
Collector.
It'll be a collector's item, that's right. Collect the many colors of Cake-tastic cakes. Yeah, Cuphead's another one I'd like to get back to. Cuphead's a good game. They have really fun characters. Really classic styles and designs. The OC name, this is Killy Willy that I'm making. Is that what you're asking, Undertale? Yeah, King Dice Key. That would be, no? Okay. And, I forget what I was saying. Yeah, from Project Playtime. That's what I was saying. I got distracted because I read and I think and then I answer questions in my head and not out loud. So yeah, in theory, I mean, this guy is totally edible. The only thing you can't eat is the lollipop sticks. And as I've said before, a lot of my decorations, of course, are geared toward kids. And so I don't use any toothpicks or wires, which would make my life so much easier if I did. Then I could have him posed and like standing on one foot with the other kicked out behind him, but I don't. I like to keep it safe for kids, and so I never want to risk anyone biting into a toothpick or a piece of wire and getting hurt. So I use dried spaghetti like this piece here, and you can eat that and you're not going to get hurt. It's not going to taste good. It won't hurt you, and nobody's ever gotten hurt eating a lollipop. So there you go, Miss Chalice cake or a decoration. I don't know who I would make actually if I did a Cuphead cake or a decoration. If I did a decoration, I like the, I forget her name, Cala Maria, I think it is, the sea boss. That's like part mermaid or part octopus or something. I like her. She's got some style to her. So I would probably do a decoration of her. If I were to do a cake though, I would do a Cuphead. So I like his character. So I've been thinking about that too, like how to make a 3D Cuphead cake. And you can make his body, you know, as cake and his head as cake, and just have him stacked or sitting or something. I'd have to work out my stacking supports. And that's another thing I try to do too, is I turn a lot of these things that I do into tutorials, because there are a lot of people out there who have loved ones who like these things and can't get a cake made like this. So I show them how to make it themselves, and I try to use only tools and supplies that you can find in any Walmart or hobby shop, you know. So it's not like you have to order the $500 special stacking system, which are amazing. Like, no hate there. They are amazing. But not for what I do. They're really cool though. Yeah, some of the stuff you can do. So amazing. I'm gonna have this armboard back, I think. Snippy snip. You're calming down now? Good. I'm glad you're okay, me man. I know you come and go and you have some things you're trying to work through. Don't know what, but I do know that you are working on stuff, just like many of the rest of us. So I'm glad you're feeling better. Drama sucks. Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. Preaching to the choir. That's what I was saying earlier, is that there's a lot of stuff going on over here in Cake-tastic land. And it's drama stuff is all it is. It's just, I can't even say it's nonsense, because it's not. It's serious, but unfortunately, you know, it doesn't involve me per se, but it involves people I care about, so it weighs on you. You can't help but care when other people you care about are being affected. So anyway, on that happy note, I've got another mitten hand here. 900. Woohoo. That's more like it. That's where I belong. Triple digits, baby. I'm 1,000 air. Or almost 900 air. Alright, I want this hand to be a little more back. Yeah, like that. That's the problem. By snipping the fur and then manipulating stuff, it lays down. Oh, okay, we're gonna do that. Alright. Alright, you're getting spaghetti too. I feel like Oprah, like, you get spaghetti, you get spaghetti. Oh no, you're not sagging either. Time to prop. And by propping it, it's just gonna hold it in the right spot. Like, it doesn't take much. And when it dries, I'll be able to take it away. And I totally lost it. Okay. You're back again. No worries. You guys are allowed to come and go as you please. There's nothing saying you have to check back in. Although I do like it, because then I'm like, oh yeah, you're back. Single, triple, double burgers. Oh my gosh, I would love a big old greasy burger. I'm not supposed to eat that kind of stuff, but I would love one. Although, because of where I live, I was able to get some deer meat. I was able to get ground deer meat, which is fine to eat because it's so lean. There's barely any fat in it at all. So I can make burgers out of that, which maybe I will do, honestly, now that you put burgers in my head. So thanks for that. Yeah, deer meat, yeah. It tastes like really lean cow. It's not anything weird or gamey tasting. It's just is. The only thing is, it's like everything else. You know, you gotta either know somebody or you gotta pay for it if you don't hunt it yourself. And I do not come from, we don't have any hunters in my family. But I got a friend who knows a guy who owns a processing plant for the hunters around here. And they will sell off a lot of times the meat if they don't want it. They just want the antlers or the head or something for a trophy. So they'll just sell the meat, and then the guy will process the meat and butcher it up and sell it in his shop. And at that point, it becomes time-stamped, just like any other meat you'd buy in a store. So if it's gonna go bad, they have to get rid of the expiration date. Even though it's all frozen, they have to get rid of it. So she's like, I've got some deer meat. It's been frozen. I'm like, I don't care. It's been frozen. I'll take it. So, a little look into my life right there. Into my deer meat life. Okay. His hand's a little... No, actually, that's okay. I forgot the eyes in his hands and his arms. Okay. He's got random eyeballs in his arms. Imagine RTX emoji cake. How much money do I get from selling cakes? It depends on the cake. There's always a base price line that you start at. Back before the cost of eggs and flour and sugar and everything exploded, I would charge like $3 a person. So if I make a 20-person cake, my base level's $6 or $60 right there. And I always make it bigger, so they're actually getting more like 25 to 30 people. But that's just my starting point where it was. And now I've had to up it, so I'm up to about $5 a person for a starting price. Unless I know you, like a lot of time, I don't really sell my cakes publicly, really, anymore. So it's more going to friends and that kind of stuff. And if it's a friend of mine, I just sell it to the cost. I'm gonna just cover the cost of it. I'll make a video out of it. I'll share pictures of it. So it's fine. But back in the day, before I had dogs and I could sell the cakes, because that's part of the problem too, is once you have animals, you can't have a cottage license. You're not allowed to have pets. So that's why I do it for the gram, and I do it for Game Jolt and all the other social medias. So back then, let me think. That beer cake, or I'm sorry, root beer cake I made and posted a picture of, it was like the mug was the cake, and it had the stream pouring out of the root beer can. That one I sold for like $75. What other ones do you guys know? Well, the soccer ball cake, that was at price, so she gave me $25 and $20 for the 2 cakes. So yeah, I don't know, it really depends. And it's not just the cake itself, it's the amount of decorations involved. Like this thing, how long have it's been about 2 hours. We're almost at 5 o'clock. Oh no, 1 hour. 1 hour, I'm sorry. I started at 3. So it's been about 1 hour, and I haven't finished this yet. So you got to calculate your time to make this. And this is something that they're not going to be able to walk into Walmart and just go buy and plop on their cake. So when I would do the things like what are those, the Paw Patrol cakes and that kind of thing, even though it would be a small cake, it would be expensive. I would charge like $100 for it because I spent so long making the decorations, and gum paste ain't cheap. Alright, so I got 3 eyes on each arm. I think that's how many there are. That's how many I can see in my picture. Materials. I get so mad. It's like the old women and I stand in the grocery store and get mad at the eggs just because it's like so ridiculous. How, forget it, like we're okay, so we can do it. We're okay. But I know other families are struggling. Like how, I don't know. I know there's chicken flu and feed issues and all this other stuff, and I don't know. Oh, thank you very much, True. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's no joke. And at this point, something like one of my cakes is going to be a luxury for people. I used to not be that way, and my whole goal was to not be that way. I wanted to make cakes because every parent, every person who has a loved one, they want a really cool special cake for their person. And I wanted to be able to do it. I wanted to be able to help people with that. And I can't anymore. I just can't. So I was just losing money. And yeah, anyway. Oh, thank you for the charge sticker. It's not cake. And that is why I do the tutorials too, like I was saying before, is I teach people how to do it so they can do it themselves. And I always tell people too, like when you're asked, and this is for you guys too, like when you're older and you have some type of job or something, if you are doing something for other people, especially if it's a special event, like for me doing cakes on birthdays and weddings and anniversaries and things, it's an honor. You know, they're trusting you with the most important people in their life to make a very special event better. And it's an honor. It's an honor to be chosen and asked to do it, and I try to take it seriously. What am I doing? I'm making his head now. So just remember that if you're asked to do something like that, they are trusting you to share in their special day with their loved one. So, yeah. Anyway, is there any trivia today? No, Fry, no trivia. That's why I was calling this one just a pop-up, because it's just for the fun of it. It's just me sitting here rambling about morals and values and things. Oh, nice, Jose. I like that. He's got very red lips, like lipstick red. Yeah, and also, too, if you guys ever make anything, you know, when you, like, and the people who have made stuff using some of my tutorials, they'll send me pictures, which is really cool to see. That's why I like seeing the stuff you guys make. I really like it. But when you can see it, and it might not be that good, but as long as you can tell what it is, it's perfect. And honestly, to see them make it and to see them being willing, having the confidence to try, and then seeing the pictures of the kids when they see their cakes, it's so cute and they're so happy. And it's all worthwhile. It really is nice. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The fact that they tried and they made it for their child or whoever, you know, that's really special. That's why I always appreciate the fan art you guys make and the stickers you make. This isn't for anybody. This is just for the fun of it. But yeah, I appreciate the stuff that you guys do for me because you took time out of your day to do something thinking of me. So that's why I love to see it. I always appreciate it. Anyway, Gamelli is here. Thank you, Gamelli, for the charged sticker. Since Pepino Cake might take a while, like white bits and orange bits of skin. Oh, it's pixelated, right? The Pepino Cake, Pepino. It's like a pixelated kind of looking game. I know the picture was just up, but I forget. I forget things quickly these days. Yeah, it is pixel. Okay. Pixel means more squares. Yay, I love squares. That's why I love doing those Minecraft cakes. I love the squares. I'm just trying to get the shape of his head, and it's not, I'm not feeling it yet, so you have to sit here and watch me fiddle and fiddle and fiddle. And this is where when I edit videos, I'm like, take out 10 minutes of me just doing this. This is what I do for 10 minutes. Withered Bonnie cake decoration. I actually made a lot of the original Five Nights at Freddy's characters, and I've shared pictures with them. I've made a Withered Bonnie with half its face missing and everything else, and it came out cool. The Withered and the Nightmare ones I thought were the most fun to make. The toy ones just look pretty. Peppino spaghetti. Use the knife to shape it. What a withered. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to end up cutting chunks up of it. Draw Mr. Cake. Who or what is a Mr. Cake? As if you look at this is the picture I'm using for reference because I don't have a color printer. That's okay. But you've got like a main piece here, another main piece here, and then like little ones to the side, but you got like two big main ones. So that's what I'm going to try to kind of do here. That's another thing too. It's like if you just break anything you're working on down into small sections, overall sections, you can figure it out pretty easy, I think, or at least easier. See, that's already better. Oh, it looks like Ghastly? Is that the Pokemon? Or is it Gengar?
Haunter?
Haunter, yes, that's it. Haunter. That's it. Yep. See, my Pokemon obsessed son knows. Although he's not obsessed. He is appropriately engaging in it. And if you guys ever want to try making something and you're not sure how to go about it, I always say go look at fan art, because when you look at different fan art of the same character, you're going to see the same theme repeated over and over again, the same detail, the same color, the same something, whatever it is. And that is what you have to incorporate. If you don't do anything else, make sure you do that part. Like the Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's, he's always got a hook, he's always got the hole in his chest, he's always got the metal feet, he's always got the patch. And if you do not much else, but you have those, you know, put them in blue jeans if you want, it'll still look like a Foxy. So anyway, okay, I think that'll do. I think that's a good size. How's that? Can you guys see it? Yeah, exactly. Babbling Bendu said it much better than I did. Alright, let's put it so he's staying on. There we go. I'll leave him there. I'll work in this little spot here. Okay, now we need a mouth. Not bad. Why, thank you. It's something. It's like, I feel like he's coming out pretty good. And I know that I will post this in other places and people will be like, nope, that looks like a turd. I wouldn't feed that to my dog. And I'm like, oh, sad in my heart. I thought he looked good. Like the Boxy Boo I made for the decoration I made a while ago. A couple weeks ago. Yeah, people were like thumbsing it down, and all I did was post the picture of it. I'm like, do you not like the decoration I made, or is it that you don't like the game maybe, or the character in the game? Like, maybe it's that. Maybe they're just like boo boxy in general. But yeah, gotta love social media. Puts you all out there. I'm just giving him a little bit of red in here just because I don't know. Oh, he looks very happy. I gotta fix that. Hang on a second. I'm gonna do some more red then and have it coming down like that. Like he's got returned from the dentist mouth. And he's all numb and drooly. That's much better. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's better. That'll work. Alright. He's got a little dip there. He's got some crazy lips going on here. Hard to follow. Yeah, I liked them. Those are good characters. Okay, alrighty. Now, you know what? I should get his eyes in here. I don't know. I think this is going to be too big. Actually, no, that's not. It's not bad. Alright. I wanted to use these because they're going to stay kind of milky and glazed over looking. Whereas if I use, a white ball, it's going to just look like a white ball. It's not going to look quite as shiny as those eyes are. So I was hoping I could use those. Looks like I can. So I'm going to go ahead of that. Oh, Me Man's leaving again. Goodbye, Me Man. What's that? I call it stay meaning. Well, I hope you feel better. You know the movie called Over the Hedge? Oh my goodness, yes, I know the movie Over the Hedge. It is very funny you mention that because I saw it's coming out on Netflix next week, I think. And it was a movie my kids were obsessed with when they were little. But the first scene with the bear threatening the raccoon and everything was so traumatic to them that we always had to skip it. So it's just funny to me that it was coming back out. But yes, I do know it. Oh, okay. So I knew the reference. That works. I was set up perfectly for it. I was ready. Oh, you don't know Over the Hedge? Yeah, that was an old movie, old cartoon with, oh man, a lot of people. Shoot, now I just remember Bruce Willis. Can I do a pizza tower cake? I don't know, can I? It's something that I was talking about earlier, actually. I know that there's, still too long. I know that there's a lot of interest in it, so I've been looking at it. I'm considering it. I'm not saying yes or no yet, but could I? Absolutely. I just don't know when I would, honestly. I'd have to look more into the game to get some more ideas about it. Because all I saw was like different levels and the little dude running from the floating pizza thing. And I don't know how I do a cake of that, although if I made the figure, I could do something like that. I don't know. Certainly I'm considering it, to answer your question. Yes, I could do it. Definitely could do it. And I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to do his little buck teeth. He's got like bunny fangs in the front. I think it'd be better if they were split. So, yeah. There's a, yeah. Confused. Looks like he's sad. He's very sad. He's sad because all his new friends keep running away from him when he wants to play with them. That would make anybody sad. He's like, all I want to do is just, maul you. I can't help it if you're not getting on that train. There. Even monsters have friends too, or have feelings too. There were a bunch of movies when my boys were little we had to skip the first scene of, like Finding Nemo, the original Finding Nemo, We always had to skip the first scene when the barracuda eats the mom fish. Coral, I think was her name. It's like too scary, too traumatic. My kids were too small at the time, they couldn't handle it. Like, that's right. That's how you should feel if your mom gets eaten by a barracuda. And then they don't remember it at all. Yeah, I know. You know what I just found out? I don't know how it's within the last few days, but the movie with Drew Barrymore, Happily Ever After, where she played Cinderella, 25 years ago. Yeah, 25 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I did not need to wake up to that information. Let's see, Toy Freddy, another pizza. Is that Peppino? Is that the character's name? The chef guy, is he Peppino? Like, tell me a little bit more about the game. Okay. Alright, so he needs 2 fangs at the bottom, and then his tusks, I guess? He's kind of got tusks. Peppino spaghetti, okay. Oh, that Dan Fox is here. Oh, he is sitting weird. Yes, he's sitting weird. The idea is I'm going to have him kind of like he's climbing. Like he's climbing up or climbing down. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter. But just kind of more in a getting up to murder somebody. Gustavo. Yeah, I haven't played it either. I just like the characters. This kind of goes inside the other. I gotta trim it. I'm dropping stuff. Is it raining? Oh yeah, it just started raining. I just heard window behind me. I heard the rain hitting the glass. Okay. But I am also kind of excited because pretty soon, in just a little bit longer, the Mario movie's coming out, and we are looking forward to that one. I am excited for that one. I don't know. I hope it's good. I feel like it's going to be good as long as you can kind of... Next week? I thought it was within a few days, yeah. Yeah, we're all looking forward to that one. He knows it from in his pet rat Brick. Oh, okay. I'm going to do these after I put his lips on. So they kind of come out April 5th. Oh, real soon. Like, oh, in time for this weekend. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's that one. And there's another one in April. Shoot. Oh no, or is it out now? There's a Demon Slayer movie that's out. I think it's out now. The Swordsman's Village, something like that. I think that's what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm psyched on that one too. I would like to see that one. It's where we do Demon Slayer here at this house. I was in the kitchen. Oh, jeez. Oh, yuck. Dan the Fox. Or the Dan Fox. That Dan Fox. I am so sorry you had to regurgitate in your own mouth. I hate it when that happens. You feel that like burp or whatever it is, and it's like, oh, surprise. There's a little reminder of what you ate earlier today. Only in Brazil. Only in Brazil do you end up puking in your own mouth a little bit, or only in Brazil what? Alright, since I've got his tusks coming up, normally I try to make the attachment down at the bottom when I have to combine something, but I'm going to put it up top and hopefully his tusk will cover it. So I won't have to try to blend or anything. I feel like it'll be right about here. And then he's got that thick little juicy bit of lip right there. messing up his teeth. He's got some lips. And it's funny because I had my maroon ready because I thought it was going to be like a deep, more of an arterial red or a blood red. And instead it's like, nope, I am just a regular old ruby red color. Get those teeth back where they belong inside there. You need to move over. This is another part that I would edit out normally. Don't need to see me tweaking teeth so painstakingly. Okay. Hopefully I didn't wreck it. Nope, didn't wreck it. Good. So there we go. So far, so good. Alright, back to the tusks. Oh yes, I did make a sans cake. Yep. I can tell who's who's newer to me and what I do and who's not by these questions. Oh, you're back, Elfie. Yeah, I made a sans cake, and yes, like Babbling Bendu said, I put a blue light in the one eye. If you go to my profile, it's in there somewhere. You can find it and see it. Or I'm sure if you just wait a moment, Mr. Cake-tastic will find a picture and post it in the chat.
Oh, so is eliciting what?
The sans cake I made with the blue eye.
Okay.
I just like rolled a hair or something into that, so that's garbage. You'll do that later. Yeah, I put a hood on it, and then I ended up turning that cake into a bendy cake. I tore it all apart and refurbished it and redecorated it a little and turned it into a bendy. I gotta get back to blowing up cakes. That was fun. Okay. Good size, I think. Not too long for sure. Foxes are cool. I like them. Yeah, I like foxes too. They're pretty neat. We have gray foxes and red foxes around here where I live. When we first moved here, it's all rocky, of course, outside. So where we are, and there were gray foxes that were living in the rocks, but then we moved here with our dogs, and they're like, yeah, we're out. But over by where our mailbox is, which is like down the road that way, about a mile, half a mile, something like that. There's gray foxes that have a den there, and they just live there, and they're cool because you'll see their little kits come out in the spring. And every year, because of where we are, we get a lot of New York people moving into our area because it's nicer here. And New York, unfortunately, is kind of falling apart. But they move out here and they'll see the mother fox, and this is kind of for everybody too. A lot of times in the spring, you're going to see animals that you don't normally see out in the day. They might be out in the day, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes, it's because they are nursing mothers and they are so hungry that they can't wait till night to eat, to hunt for food, because they've got their babies at home literally sucking them dry. And the people are like, there's a fox out in the daytime. It has rabies. And I'm like, no, she's a mom. She's just getting a break. It's her equivalent of locking herself in the bathroom. Alright, his tusks are cool. I like his tusks. Alright, right? Story. Oh, I will have to come. Can I see Mr. Cake-tastic? Right? Don't get me started. I went to school for biology. I did a lot of wildlife biology. I did a lot of living sciences. And don't even get me started on bugs and insects, because entomology was my jam. John Cake-tastic's my son. Has autocorrect ever angered you? Yes, because, I'm like so wholesome and everything, that once in a while I'll get mad and I'll be texting somebody and I'll be like, yeah, I want to use the F-bomb, and it's like, oh, I auto-corrected it to duck because you never swear. I'm like, no, I'm not ducking angry at somebody. So yeah, autocorrect does make me angry. All right, now let's see. Now I'm gonna, eyes and then fur. Fur then eyes and eyes and fur. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say eyes and then fur, I think. Smoke to Snoke. That's funny. Yeah, maybe it is because normally it's like, oh, nature, animals, bugs, wildlife, plants, birds, stuff. And it's like, oh, you must mean duck. No. Oh, that looks sick. That's why I put a lot of beads, even though I need 2 of this size, because I'm gonna drop them everywhere. They are kind of angled in, but at this height. You emojis? I didn't talk until I was 2. My one son was Deloney. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry, but my one son was speech delayed. He didn't talk till he was 3, and it kind of was the same thing. So we were so worried about him, and we got early intervention, which fortunately in our area was easy to do. So we got him help, and he learned some sign language and all that good stuff, which was wonderful. And then yeah, he started talking and he hasn't stopped. The topic varies though. For a while he would, live and breathe nothing but Fortnite. But now he's moved on to bigger and better games. Alright, look at that. That looks cool. I don't even care what you say, that looks cool. No spaces, not even your name. Oh, Dylan, okay. Dylan. Now you're French. Dylan. Okay. He doesn't look as sad anymore. Now he just looks confused. He's like, what? What's happening? Where am I? Why am I here? Kind of like most people. What am I doing here? I have to do what now? Snippy snip. Snip. That was snipping the lip, which I did a little bit. Darn it. Ding dong ditch. What? What? Cake-tastic cakes? I do have a community. You made a community also for me, or of my stuff or something? I don't know that. I will certainly take a look at it. Everything is so slippery. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like you guys are so sweet because you'll create these things and you're like, hey, you can be a moderator or something. It's like, oh, I just don't have time. I don't want you to feel bad like I'm like, yeah, no, get away from me. But I just don't have time to do a lot of stuff, a lot of extra stuff. That's why I don't have a lot of time to just play games and things, even though I'd love to. But again, you're thinking of me, you're doing something nice, I appreciate it. Alright, I think that I'm gonna get a little more closer to the lip. That's better. Alright, now I just have to get this on him without wrecking it. And then once he dries and sets up, I can take all the little pieces out and just show you guys how he looks, but for now. Right there. And these dried spaghetti bits, I'm going to leave in. I just break them off. I could pull them out, I guess, but they're doing a great job holding everything in place. I am going to do a pilot hole on this one. Sometimes, I'll show you. No, that's a paper. I have this one tool, it's like a needle tool, it's kind of pointy, and if I just go in carefully with it, I can make a pilot hole for the lollipop sticks that this way I'm not going to distort his head or anything like that. Because if I were to just shove something blunt onto it, it would smush it, it would compact it because he's still soft. And I don't want that to happen. That would make me sad. I've had things get ruined that way. Alrighty. Get on there, Mr. Killy Willy. He's like, oh, oh, oh. Alrighty. I'm just gonna lift some little spikes up to hide any lollipop stick you might see, but yeah, there you go. Killy Willy, right? Got his eyes. Oh, I forgot one little thing. Eyes on his arms look like they have pupils on them. Don't know if they do, but it's what it looks like. So this is a food coloring marker. I've talked about these in my other firesides. It's just literally food coloring with a little non-alcoholic alcohol in them. And they function just like a magic marker. So you can draw and write and do whatever you need to do without poisoning anybody. So yay. Okay, now he's done. So yeah, how's he look? Pretty good? Am I going to eat it? Probably not, honestly. I don't care for gum paste. I think it's too sweet. Somebody's dropping stuff over there. So, yeah, there he is. Eat the thing. You know how sweet it is? It's like a mouthful of sugar paste. In other countries, it's literally called sugar paste. Ugh, it'll give you diabetes just, ugh, no, thank you. All right, oh, burning letters, that's okay. Thanks for stopping in. Did you?
Do you want to show them off or no?
No, it's okay. No. I was being offered some of the other decorations I made from Poppy Playtime, but that oof sound, I was like, oh, something fell. That was one of my decorations, falling and hitting the ground. Because Mr. Cake-tastic's helpful. He's a helper.
We're still together.
That's right. In the game community I'm in, Poppy Playtime. Oh, that's too bad, so make it better. You can always make things better if you want. You're in the FNAF, or, oh, not FNAF, you're in the Friday Night Funkin'. I am in all those communities, so that's one good thing about what I do is that I am not focused on one thing. I can do all kinds of things. That Dan Fox, you invented a new word. Is it okay for you to be putting in chat, or are you going to get kicked out or something? Plagiarism? All right. Yeah, so, okay, if you guys have any more questions for me, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to let him harden up, and I'll take a picture later, but thank you very much. I do think he looks pretty good, I gotta say. His stomach's a little bigger than it should be, but it isn't bad. It isn't bad. So, yeah. Will I play Pizza Tower? I don't know if I'm going to play it. I'll probably try it. I tried Friday Night Funkin'. You know, I don't mind trying these things. I like to see what you guys are into just so I understand it better. So when I do stuff like this, I'm not like, there's this thing and it's black and it's got teeth in its stomach. I don't know. You know, so at least I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. But it's on Steam. Okay. Yeah, I think I did see it there, actually. I think that's where I saw some other people playing it. But yeah, if you don't have any other questions, just, you know, if you're not following me, consider it. Just so that, you know, you'll see when I make other cool stuff like this. Because I think it's cool. I think it's fun. And thank you for the support. You have a question? Okay. Crimson Player, go for it. Will you make a FNAF topper? Oh, sweetheart. I have so many of those that I've made. So, yeah, if you go to my profile page, you can see a whole bunch of them. I've made Withered, I've made toys, I've made Nightmares, I've made all kinds. Some of them are really good. Some of them were when I first starting out, and there is definitely a learning curve. So, you know. So, yeah, you can see them there. And I have actually been thinking about doing something new, just making a new one for the heck of it. Just like, you know, just something like this. So, but yes, I have made them. I probably will make another one. Okay, Elfie has a question. And I'm sorry. Oh, someone else does too. And Toy Freddy too. Will you stream pizza? I don't know if... You said stream, right? Yeah. I don't know. If I play it, maybe. I'm not sure. I like this. Radioactive Bossy, maybe 3 a.m. That's unfortunate. Okay, Elfie and... Can. You. Good thing I'm a very patient person. Make a... Alright, I'm going to put stuff away here while you're doing this. Realistic. Uh-oh, that's harder. A realistic cake. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's Side Surf Cakes, I think is what she does. Her name is. And she does the hyper realistic things where she's like, here's a bunch of apples. Which one's cake? And they're amazing. I don't know that I have the skill to do that and to make it look really hyper realistic. It would definitely be fun to try.
A challenge.
It would be a challenge, so it would be fun to try. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I could do a fireside of that. I'll be like, yeah, here's a bowl of Cheerios. Is it or is it cake?
Even if it's obvious, it'll be funny.
Yeah, right. So maybe. What if you put a shoe on it and it was a cake? I could step in it, yes. I could step on things and see if it's cake or not. I don't think I'm going to do that. I have some shoes I don't want to ruin with cake. It's bad enough because sometimes when I'm doing things, I'll make a drop of icing on the floor here and I won't know it. And I will step on it because I have slippers on that I wear around the house. And then I track, you know, green through the house. I was like, oh no. Food coloring nightmares. Make a lighter cake with a cigarette. Oh, wow. I'm trying to think of that. That would be interesting because you'd have to use something like a cotton candy to have the smoke, and I don't know what you'd make into cake. I guess the lighter part would be a little teeny. Well, you'd have to make a. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there's Brick. Brick is looking like a brick and not like a rat. The fire. You make a cake out of pickles and bricks. I could probably make a cake out of most things. You just wouldn't know because I'd cover it with icing. There's times I've made cakes that are covered, that are just styrofoam. Those are my cake dummies. Hello, Thomas Pink. But anyway, all right, so does that take care of the questions? How am I today? I'm okay. My allergies are kind of kicking in, so my nose is runny, but other than that, I'm good. And look at this, right? Like, there. I have seen the rat before. I've seen that picture. I'm fine, but thank you. I appreciate it. It's just a runny nose. It's nothing to worry for. Okay, well, if that's it, then I'm going to get going. Oh, you have a question, that Dan Fox? Okay, go for it. Now it's just chat time. Chat time with Jen. Why does Mort the chicken exist? I don't know who Mort the chicken is, but existentially because Mort had parents that fell in love, and that game is like a fever dream. Oh, it's a game, Mort the chicken? Alright. Send that to me in a message or a shout or something so I can remember the name of it, because I've never heard of it, and anything like that you guys mention to me, I usually look up. Oh, you're having rain too, huh? Why does he remind me of that squirrel from Ice Age in that picture? The big eyes. Okay. Me and your family. Nice. All right. So again, any more questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna let this guy dry. Is this toe falling? Nope, that's sticking on there. All right. Well then, I'm gonna get going. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate the charge stickers. Don't forget to keep giving them to us creators because we've got those cool stickers that are out, and a lot of us are planning on, changing them up and keeping it interesting. So don't forget about that. Hello there, Leather and Lace. Okay, Burning Letters, Jose. Okay, I don't know why, but all right. So yes, I made a Killy Willy. It's not cake, just decoration, but you can eat all of it except for the lollipop stick. You could eat the spaghetti. All right, William Afton. I do know that. Yes, he's pretty cool like that. Him and cockroaches. They always come back. All right, so goodbye, guys. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello and goodbye. Thank you.